Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name's Kajanan and I'm a third year medical student studying at the University of Newcastle, Australia. Today I'm doing another day in my life as a medical student vlog. If you haven't seen my first one, feel free to check it out up here or here. In the last vlog that I did, I kind of planned a lot of what I was going to do throughout the day because, you know, it was my first time making videos on YouTube. And, you know, this is only my fourth time that I'm making a video now. But I realized that having a script for what you want your day to look like isn't authentic. And so I think that from now on, at least in these vlog videos, I'm just going to not script anything and just actually film my life and what a day my life is like, which is what a vlog is supposed to be. Anyway, a reason why I like vlogs so much is because that they can be super interesting to look at. And so when I'm watching vlogs of people or YouTubers like Karma Medic or Ali Abdaal, I think it's so interesting to see how their situation differs from my own here in Australia. And I genuinely like and find it super interesting to see what they do in their life, and it's almost more interesting watching, you know, what they're doing. And when I see well, especially Karma Medic, because he's still in med school, when I see him studying for the USMLE, for example, it actually makes me kind of want to do the USMLE, even though I would hate the, you know, 10-hour days of studying for months and months on end. But it's just weird that vlogs have that kind of effect on you, that you see kind of like a, I don't know, like a unrealistic view. Even though it was realistic, he was actually studying 10 hours a day. Anyway, getting sidetracked here. I also just want to share what being a medical student here in Australia is like. I don't think there's many YouTubers apart from Sebastian Piri who make vlogs or videos from the perspective of an Australian medical student. And so, you know, hopefully I can give some information for any prospective students. The other reason why I want to make these vlogs is because it'll be a good way to document my life in medical school and hopefully beyond that as well, because, you know, when I'm 50, I'm probably not going to have many memories of this time. And so having these videos as something to look back on will be something that I will find very valuable. And even, you know, next year, seeing how much I've grown from this year, hopefully that's something that will come across in these videos. So that's why I'm going to be doing these vlogs. Today it is Friday the 4th of September, I believe. It's around 10:30 a.m. I went to bed pretty late last night editing a video that will hopefully be uploaded by the time that you're seeing this, somewhere up here if you want to check that out. And that's why I've had such a late morning this morning. So today's my final day of GP placement. I'll be going in at around midday and finishing by around 4:30 or 5 p.m. So quite a short day. In between, I've got a meeting that I'll have to go to just via Zoom. And before that, in the next kind of 30 to 40 minutes, I'll just be doing a little bit of work and filming some shots for the video that I was talking about before that I realized I didn't actually have already. So I'll catch up with you guys later on. Okay, so turns out it's actually 11 o'clock and I've got to leave in like 15 minutes, so I'm not going to be doing any work now. I just got to have lunch before I head off to the GP. So I'll probably be working for around 2 hours and then have my meeting and have some lunch and then get back into it for another couple of hours. So I've just finished my lunch. I'm sitting in my car, as you can see. It's not the best situation, but you do what you have to do. It's my last day of GP, so, you know, it's not too bad. And thankfully it's not too hot of a day today. It's actually quite nice, around 20 degrees I'd say. It's only just the start of spring now in Australia, so yeah, not too hot. So for the rest of the afternoon, I'll just be going back to the GP practice for a couple of hours. And in between, from 2 to 3, I have a meeting with my research group. We're doing a research project about dehydration and the different tools for assessing dehydration, and it's pretty interesting. We're doing a systematic review. We're just going to be talking about, you know, the next stage. After that, I'll just be seeing patients with the GP, hopefully learning some more, and then getting out of here. So I'll catch up with you guys later on.
Yes, you are wearing different clothes to where we normally see you. Look at you looking all professional. So KJ, you've got placement this week, but you'll be okay later on?
Yeah, so I just have 1 week off placement next week, and then I'm back to placement again after that. So we are done for the day. It was a pretty anticlimactic day, didn't really do that much. Didn't see that many interesting cases, a lot of telephone consultations because of COVID-19. So yeah, the last day was not the most interesting, but now I'm free. Gonna head home via the shops. Need to buy some brownie mix to make for this kind of friends gathering that we've got tonight. And yeah, I've bought some brownie mix and I'm gonna be making some brownies now for the gathering that I've got tonight with some of my friends. So cue the B-roll. So the brownies are in the oven. I'm just gonna be doing some exercise before I shower and get ready for tonight. So I'm just taking a break now from my exercises, and I was thinking about, you know, more things to say to the camera when I'm vlogging, because this is a very new thing for me. I haven't vlogged very much before, and I don't know, sharing things that I think would make for interesting conversation, even though this isn't a conversation, it's just me monologuing to you guys. But I feel like, yeah, I want to be engaging and, you know, all that kind of stuff. And so I wasn't really sure what to talk about, but I think I can share more about what my experiences were on GP placement today, because if you're watching, you're probably interested in medicine. A lot of the patients that you see, or that at least that I've seen today and throughout this GP placement, I'm sure this is quite common to most GP placements, is that you see a lot of mental health disorders, and mental health disorders are just so prevalent in society today. And I think that, you know, whatever specialty you decide to go into within medicine, you need to become adept at dealing with mental health conditions, because almost every patient that you meet will probably have some form of mental health condition, at least at some part throughout their life. So I really enjoyed actually learning about mental health conditions and, you know, the treatments for them. And I think because I'm interested in this kind of self-help or personal development kind of sphere, and I really enjoy talking to patients and just talking to people, really. One of the things that I really realized on this 2-week placement, which has happened immediately after my surgery placement, is that I've really enjoyed the communication aspect and just meeting lots of different people and hearing about their lives, and like hopefully being able to give them some advice or something to reassure them. Because at least in my surgery placement, I found that wasn't really an option as much. There was more just, can I give this patient surgery? If not, I'm just going to kind of, you know, send them home or whatever. So that was one of the things I really liked about GP, that you actually got to talk to the patients and form a connection with them. But of the patients that I saw in person, the one that was most interesting was this man who had some abdominal pain. You can't really see my abdomen, but on the left side down here, he presented with this earlier in the week, and, you know, we took some history, did some examination, and thought that, you know, there's lots of different things that could be going on, but one of the most common in this age group, in this demographic, a male who has some constipation sometimes, is that you might get something called diverticular disease, which is basically where you get these little outpouchings in your large colon, in your large intestine or your colon, and these little pouches can become inflamed, and that's called diverticulitis. You might also experience some bleeding, which you might notice in your stool. And yeah, it was really interesting to kind of see a presentation, because over the past 2 years I haven't really done any placement, but this year the 2 weeks that I did before of surgery and now my 2 weeks of general practice, you're kind of seeing what you've learnt about over the past 2 years be put into action. And so yeah, I'm really enjoying the placement. Unfortunately, GP is over now, but I have a week off next week, and then the week after that I start on medicine, general medicine at one of the hospitals nearby. So that'll be interesting. So as I've already mentioned, I'll be hanging out with some friends tonight. Unfortunately, I'm not quite at the stage where I've actually told most of them that I'm doing this whole YouTube thing. I'm still too self-conscious about it, and so there's only really one friend that I've told that I'm doing YouTube, and so I won't really be filming anything tonight. I definitely won't bring my camera. I might bring my phone with me, and I might whip it out at random points, but you know, I really don't want people to know yet, because I guess one of the fears, not really a fear, but one of the reasons why I don't want people to know, at least, is just because I don't want them to see me at like this, you know, low subscriber count place when they'll probably, I don't know, pity me for, you know, trying hard and, you know, not getting anywhere. That's, I don't know, it's kind of a weird feeling, but I don't want people to see me when I'm failing, if that makes sense. Even though I don't think I'm failing, you know, I'm new to this. I'm really happy with how it's going. I got my first subscriber after the last video, and I'm enjoying the video making process. But I just don't want people to see me when I've got so few subscribers and stuff like that. And also kind of, I haven't ironed out all the chinks in my, you know, speaking style and all that kind of jazz. And my production quality isn't, you know, through the roof. It's just okay at this stage, I'd say. So yeah, that's why I won't be filming anything else tonight, most likely. But if I don't get home too late, I'll catch up with you guys later on. If not, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. It's almost more interesting to see how they live their lives, and like what it's like being a medical student somewhere else to where you are currently. It's like more interesting than my own life. I don't know. No, okay, we're gonna scratch there. How are we gonna say this?